Hello, welcome to the program. It is People's Voice on VOP TV, where citizen stories shape the narrative. And it's a wonderful week, to be precise. And today's Monday, okay? Monday gets to give us that particular reset that weekend is over. And it is time for us to actually face the serious and the hustling and the bustling of every walks of life again. And all I would just have to say as regards to encouraging you for this week is for you to believe in yourself. Take the leap and trust that the universe will conspire, okay, to help you soar. And the truth remains that whatsoever at all that you feel you're doing, no matter how little it is, I wouldn't want you to be discouraged. Okay, so I'll just tell you, please keep on doing what you're doing. It might not make sense now, but I assure you, it will definitely make sense tomorrow. Because I know that sometimes we need encouragement. Sometimes we need that little push to get us ahead in life, especially when some situations in this particular nation are actually tossing us here and there. What else can we do than to just keep believing and keep hoping that someday, everything would actually be better and everything would be fine, just like the President of the Senate also said, Gospel Akpabio, he said, have faith. And, the President as well of the Federal Republic of Nigeria also said that there is light at the end of the tunnel, stating that everything would be better, everything would be good. So who am I not to say the same, and who am I not to encourage you to also believe in this nation and to believe in your dreams that everything would actually work well for you. Today we'll be dissecting a major story that is dominating the headlines and sparking conversation across the nation. Of course, we've gotten to that particular era and the season again where it is just election in and out, okay, from the local governments to the by, and now some state gubernatorial elections are actually unfolding. And it is with a great joy for me to actually tell you that you have to fasten your seatbelts. Rather, also get your popcorn, because politicians are getting set for each other, throwing tantrums at each other, throwing shades at each other as regards to election period. And all eyes on Anambra State, to be precise, because Anambra's polls will be coming up on the 8th of November, which I believe we are all set. And that would be the first official deployment of solution for the new INEC chairman as well. Labour Party crisis in Anambra State. The untold story of Julius Abure. This is what we'll be discussing this wonderful afternoon, and I believe you're also set for that particular conversation. To join the conversation with expert insight and citizen perspective, share your thoughts with us. I am Saviour Udo. Other news stories with details. Gbenga Daniel canvasses support for Tinubu's re-election. Senator Gbenga Daniel has expressed unwavering support for President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid for 2027, citing the president's conscious leadership and bold economic reforms. Gbenga, a former governor of Ogun State, praised Tinubu's effort in transforming the mining sector, which has been seen to grow enough revenue from 6 billion to 38 billion in just 1 year. Gbenga highlighted Tinubu's commitments to Nigeria's economic transformation, particularly in the solid mineral sector. He described Tinubu's leadership as conscious and praised his bold reforms, such as removing fuel subsidies and stabilizing the foreign exchange market. Gbenga also emphasized the importance of continuity in leadership for actualization of a proper long-held regional aspiration, okay, such as the creation of Ijebu, Remo State, and the Ijebu Seaport project. Of course, what else can you expect from Senator Gbenga Daniels? What else can you expect from him? Okay, so when someone has been a loyal pal and, they've been working hand in hand for how long, I'm not surprised. And of course, when you talk about continuity, allow the people to decide. It's not about you just saying you want a particular administration to, a particular political party to keep the administration going. No, that's not what we're saying. If you want it, no problem, but everybody has to come to the polls. Okay, and that poll has to be free and fair. That's what we're saying. And now when we talk about different reforms that you've actually stated, I love the fact that sometimes we give track records, we give data, we get to give different updates as regards to what a particular administration is doing. But all I have been saying here, and my job here, okay, as a broadcast journalist, is just to amplify the voice of the people. Okay, so all I am saying, okay, on behalf of the people, and all we are saying as Nigerians is that if all of these statistics and these reforms can, can be interpreted into putting foods, on people's table, making life a bit easy, for people, helping people to really make them, meet up with targets of whatsoever they really want to do and eradicate this hunger, okay? And perhaps poverty vanishing totally in the nation. Okay, just like I remember, I watched a particular interview of the president. It was not a parley, but it was a speech. Okay, where he said that if you can take away hunger from poverty, poverty is powerless. Okay, so we know it's about food. We have surges, we have high costs, okay, of products now. Inflation everywhere. So we need so many stability as regards to our economic sector. So if we're talking about reforms, all of those reforms can be nice, but the common man wants to eat. The common man wants a better living. The common farmer, as we would say, wants to go back to their farmlands, not being scared of insecurity, of being kidnapped or being nabbed, okay, by any others. So these are what we're discussing here. All right, and away from that particular one, Fubara retains 8 commissioners, prepared fresh nominee list. River State Governor Simla Fubara is preparing to send a new list of commissioner nominees to the State House of Assembly to reconstitute its cabinet after the end of emergency rule. Fubara has decided to retain 8 commissioners who were unaffected by the recent Supreme Court judgment. The governor might carry out a minor reshuffle, reassigning some commissioners to other ministries. The new list of commissioners will be sent to the Assembly for screening and confirmation soon. Some loyalists of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike may be included in the new list of the cabinet to ensure inclusiveness and sustain peace in the states. Of course, what were we expecting before? We know that out of how many commissioners that the River State government would have, as regards to its cabinet members, Fubara has only retained 6 that were not affected by the court judgment. But guess what? I think that 6 is just for Fubara. The remaining one is given to him by the people at the top, from the top. So who are you to actually say anything? It's part of the deal, or it's part of the agreement he actually made. So in coming days, we'll actually see all of this come to play. All right, let's move to this particular one, which was a worrisome one for me because I had someone who complained that his sister was almost rounding off in school, but the strike actually came in last night, to be precise. We have addressed every request by ASU. There is no need for strike, says the federal government. Federal government has actually urged the Academic Staff Union of University ASU to call off its planned strike, citing that all the union's demands have been met. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa has stated that claims of the government's slow response to ASU's demand are incorrect, highlighting measures taken by the administration to fund tertiary education and to also address lecturers' welfare. Okay, it talked about 50 billion paid to lecturers with the arrears now mainstreamed as part of their salary to prevent future arrears. He also talked about the issue of resolving, which has been resolved rather, with institution now paying allowance of 150 billion allocated in the 2026 budget, with 50 billion already released, okay, to be paid with 2026 budget as well. All right. And with underlying issues causing arrears already resolved. The government has warned that it will enforce the no work, no pay policy if the strike continues. I think it's high time that everyone gets to share their swords, okay? I'm talking about the ASU leadership now, and of course the federal government. But the ASUs are saying that they just want a proper understanding and for a proper signature as regards to the 2009 agreement. Okay, they want the MOU to be properly signed this time around so that you don't say that you only had just a few conversations or you only had a round table meeting, but it was not properly signed. They want it to be signed now, and they want everybody to be on the same page. That's all they're asking, okay? And I want this particular thing, or we would rather want this particular thing to be sorted on time, because for us to go on strike again, sincerely, it is really giving Nigerian educational system a very bad name, okay, as regards to international communities. All right, ADC urges new INEC chair to prioritize Nigerians' interests, okay? See, sincerely, I think this particular one has been flogged. I know that the ADC really wants the new INEC chair to do this, to do that. But I would like to confirm, are you saying all of this because you care about Nigerians, or because you are saying it for your own reason as a party? Okay, we want free and fair election. We want the INEC to actually give everyone a fair level, ground where everyone can actually come to the polls and they can trust the institution again to conduct a credible election. But when the ADC are just coming in and out, every time as regards to this particular conversation, at some point I would just ask, why the back-to-back confrontation? Let's just give this particular man an opportunity to do his job, okay? If he has been trusted, to do his job, then let us just give him a benefit of doubt. That was what you said, as at last week, you said, let's just give him a benefit of doubt based on his track record. So let us also agree together to give him that benefit of doubt because of who he is and where he's coming from. And we believe he's a man of integrity. Okay, so that's all I have to say as regards to that of ADC's conversation. To join the conversation, kindly call the number 090-447-32605, 090-447-32605. Follow us on social media at VOPTV Live. You can use the hashtag People's Voice on VOPTV. On YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV. Kindly hit the subscribe button, and together we can make our voices heard. It is time for us to go on a quick break. As soon as we return, we'll be facing, and I'll be telling you, I will be directing, okay, this particular train, this particular flight, straight to Anambra. Labour Party crisis in Anambra State, the untold story of Julius Abure. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned, please. I'll be right back. Where we amplify the voice of those that matters the most. Join the conversation. Share your thoughts with me. I am Savior Udo. Weekdays, Monday through Friday, from 4 p.m. to 5. Don't forget, our voice matters the most. Let us come together and share our concerns. Thank you. All right, welcome back to the program, Still People's Voice on VOP TV. Of course, we're about to dive into this particular conversation together. Let's do this as we look into this particular dramatic turn of events that has actually unfolded in the Labour Party as a court ruling has stripped Julius Abure of his position as national chairman of the party. The development comes amidst a slew of allegations leveled against Abure, including corruption, misappropriation of party funds, and anti-party activities. According to source, the court's decision was based on overwhelming evidences presented against Abure, which substantiated claims of is misconduct and abuse of power. The allegation, which included exploiting his position for personal enrichment and failing to conduct proper party congresses, painted a picture of a leadership in disarray. The crisis within the Labour Party deepens recently as a caretaker committee led by Senator Nnamdi Usman launched a probe into Abure's activities. The committee accused Abure of clinging to power despite being removed and using party structures for personal gain. Abure's faction, however, has dismissed the caretakers committee proceedings, citing lack of legitimacy. The court has ruled that Julius Abure is no longer the national chairman of the Labour Party. Abure faces allegation of corruption, misappropriation of party funds and anti-party activities. All right, these are the reasons why we needed to go straight to this particular conversation, because we have an election coming up in Anambra State on the 8th of November. And the gubernatorial candidate that is parading himself as the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate was not picked by the state chairman and also by the national chairman, who is the interim national chairman, Senator Nnamdi. But Abure appointed him. Abure conducted the primaries for him upon being sacked by the court. All right, so we need to make sense out of all of this particular conversation, because November 8th is just around the corner. What is going to happen to Labour Party again in Anambra in this particular election? We're now being joined by the chairman of Labour Party Anambra State, Comrade Peter Chukwunulu Okoye. Hello, comrade. Good afternoon to you today.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
How is it been? How is everything over there?
We are fine. We are fine. We are fine today.
How is Anambra State?
Anambra is bubbling.
Okay.
Despite the crisis in Anambra State,
it is
in our dear party, Labour Party.
It is well. All right. So quickly, I understand that everyone already knows a bit of the story as regards to Abure being sacked by the court, and now Labour Party, of course, we know they still have their faction, and now we know that the Labour Party has a new national chairman who is an interim national chairman, Senator Nnamdi. Okay, but in a situation where the court has actually sacked the former chairman, and he went ahead to conduct a primary for someone who should come out as a gubernatorial candidate for Anambra State. And presently, you are not, the person is not in agreement with you, or the party, people in Anambra State. The party is not backing him. The federal level is not backing him. So what is going to happen to Labour Party in Anambra State? And I would like you to also reply that particular statement from the Abure's faction, saying that whatsoever that you, the state level, is saying, and the federal level, the national level, that whatsoever you guys are saying is totally wrong, that Abure never indulged in such frivolities. That's what I would call it. So over to you. I would like you to clear the air as regards to all of this particular situation.
Thank you, my brother, and God bless you. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me use this opportunity to clear some certain errors in respect of the crisis in Labour Party. My name is Comrade Peter Okoye Chukwunulu, the chairman of Labour Party Anambra as of today. The truth is that I believe that the whole world and Nigerians know that the Supreme Court sacked Julius Abure on the 4th of April, and all his executives down to ward. And before that Supreme Court judgment, John Nwosu, the current gubernatorial candidate of ADC now, purchased nomination form from Julius Abure and George Moau, and have already fixed April 5th for their primaries. When that judgment came to the 4th of April, I made a statement, I issued a statement that whatever they are planning to do is null and void, should be postponed, pending when the Nanedos man will fix primaries. And By 3 p.m. that same day, that 4th of April, John Nwosu withdrew from the race, obeyed the Supreme Court order, the Supreme Court verdict. Surprisingly, that same Julius Abure was sacked by that Supreme Court and his executives still went ahead, come down to Anambra on the 5th of April, conducted primaries that produced George Moore as candidate of Labour Party. And I was lamenting, telling them that whatever they did is null and void. I want to tell Nigerians the reason why INEC uploaded the name of George Moore in their portal is because before INEC got the citizenship of that judgment, they have already uploaded the names of the candidates of political parties. But as a law and abiding citizen of this country, I myself and my executive went to court in Oka, Federal High Court in Oka, to challenge what Abure did in Anambra State. I did not see the reason why the highest court in the land will sack an executive on the 4th of April. They still went ahead on the 5th of April, conducted primaries, and expecting that primaries to stand. You cannot build something on nothing. It is not done anywhere. And I want to ask whoever that is following George Moore parading themselves at the gubernatorial candidate of Labour Party in Anambra, ask them who is the national chairman, who conducted the primaries that produced it. We have evidence. We have the evidence where George Moore is receiving the certificate of return from Abure. But I believe that the matter is coming up on the 15th of April, 15th of this October, being on Wednesday, next tomorrow. So I've said it severally that what they're doing, they're just parabolating around. They're not doing anything. I don't see George as the gubernatorial candidate of Labour Party. I said it time without number. Why? I don't know why people are scared of why people are scared of saying the truth. If you say the truth, you will die. If you say the truth, you will still live. So what stops you saying the truth? Every document is intact. Senator Nonadi Osman is the authentic national chairman of Labour Party, starting from April 4th. And whatever any other person does is null and void. Today, George Moore is moving around, calling himself candidate of Labour Party. It is not done anywhere. We don't support that. We are in court already. We are in Federal High Court, Oka. Let's court tell us that is Julius Abure above the law. How can the highest court of the land who give judgment tell you that you should stop parading yourself as the national chairman of the party, that your term has expired, and you went ahead to conduct a program, issue certificate of return to a candidate, and that person received it? Enough is enough. John Nwosu withdrew from that race. He knows the implications. He knows. So, my brother, I'm telling you that as of today, the leadership of the Nadios man in Anambra State is not supporting anybody parading himself as the gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party. I've said it severally.
All right, so comrade. Hello, comrade. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
All right, so comrade, first, before we get more into Abure's situation, of course, Abure has done so much, which I remembered while we were having these talks, and not just you. I will be giving names. I've discussed with Comrade Anslem. I've had a discussion as well with Comrade Splendor, the 2023 gubernatorial candidate for Ebonyi State. Okay, I've had a very long talk with you as regards to all of this particular situation. I've had conversation with the special advisor to Senator Nonadi on media, Mr. Ken. Okay, and everyone has actually come out to say, Abure has done this, Abure has done that. Abure has done this, Abure has done that. Now, he even collected money for some people, you know, forged signatures. We'll get to all of that. But now, what are the implications of this particular situation? Because November 8th is the general elections. And if the Labour Party doesn't have someone that they are backing, that means this election will just come and go without Labour Party participating in it. So,
not the first time it's happened now.
So, presently,
by election, 16th of August, Labour Party did not feel any candidate in the election. Are you not aware?
Of course. So this particular was happening for gubernatorial.
We are not happy about what is happening, but the person in question did not even want to know.
Okay, so
do you understand me now?
My question, I understand the fact that Abure has done this particular situation, okay, by already conducting an illegal primary, as you have stated, okay, that you, the state party chairman, is not aware, neither are your party members aware, even to the federal level, they are not aware of that particular primaries. Now he has actually done that. Is there a remedy that can still be done? As this particular gubernatorial candidate that Abure picked from his faction, has it even deemed it fit to come to your leadership to say, okay, I know so much has happened, I know I was brought in illegally, how can we come together to work together so as to have a candidate? Because I don't think there is any window left for you or for your party to conduct a fresh primaries.
Thank you, my brother. Let me be sincere and honest to you. And I'm happy that the whole world is hearing me. The so-called candidates that Abure produced today, before that Supreme Court judgment, I told Judge Moral that for the fact that he's following Abure, Abure will not fly. That Abure's term has expired. That you should work with Senator Nenadi Osman. I'm telling you, before the Supreme Court judgment. And when that Supreme Court judgment came, I issued a press conference. I issued a press release that all their primary, all their preparation for primary is suspended, pending when the Nenadi Osman will issue the statement or fix another date for the primaries. But Judge Moore refused. I told him in his house in Abuja, even on phone, down with that number. And up till now, as I'm talking to you now, I'm not even aware. But I don't want to say. The only thing I will say now is we are building a new Labour Party in Anambra State.
Hello, comrade.
I'm hearing you.
This is people's voice. When it concerns the people, when we come here, we don't hold back conversations. So we are talking about untold stories here. We're talking about whatsoever that is actually rocking the boat of Labour Party in Anambra State. And we're talking about what has given Labour Party a bad name. Don't forget that Labour Party was able to get the amount of people they got because of integrity, because of a particular man. But now, if a leadership of a party is presumed or perceived or has been seen as a fraudulent kind of people, what do you expect? So if you have some things that you feel you are holding back, I wouldn't advise you to do that. If you have things to say, go ahead and say them. This is why we're here. We need to really know what's going on in the party. We need to know how bad this particular internal situation, crisis has actually got into. We need to know how deep the cut is. So please go ahead.
Thank you very much, my brother. The situation, the crisis in Anambra, the situation in Anambra State, the Labour Party, if they did not do something, it will lead that Labour Party will not have candidate in the November 8th gubernatorial election. Mark my word and cut my lips. If the people in question did not do something urgently, it will lead that the Labour Party in Anambra will not have candidates come November 8th election. Because you can't build something, nothing. Anybody that was conducted primaries under Julius Abure is null and void. They still have chance, they still have some days, some weeks to correct the issues. But if they refuse, I'm telling you that Labour Party is not going to have candidates come November 8th. That is the situation.
When this particular issue happened, and you, just like you said, you reached out to the supposed gubernatorial candidate of Labour Party, okay, for him to also come and discuss with both you and Senator Nenadi, that's the interim chairman of the party, but he decided not to, or refused, perhaps he was still taking advices, or are we going to say, orders from his former boss, or still his present boss, but the former chairman of Labour Party. Okay, here we know we've gotten to a particular crossroad, or we've gotten to a point where everything is looking as if everywhere is blocked now, and there is nothing that can be done. I know we have the matter in courts, but what has been their own body language as regards to all of this situation? What have they said so far? What has Abure said? What has the gubernatorial candidate that he picked said? What has been their responses? Are they looking like they are in for a fight, you know, dragging what is not with you in the state, or they're trying to see how to do a settle out of court? And what are the prayers that you actually took up, or what were the suites that you actually presented to the court? Of course, we'll be flashing some of that particular one shortly, but please go ahead. Hello, comrade.
Hello.
Yeah, comrade, please go ahead.
Yeah. The truth is that I have received several calls, and before this incident, I personally advised the so-called gubernatorial candidate, Chief Judge Moalu, on what to do. But surprisingly, where I was so surprised and got angry is that I had a flagging off campaign in Anambra State, in Onitsha, and the Senator Nanado's man, Daliti Wokota, is not aware. And even the leader of the party, constitutional leader of the party, which is Alex Oti, did not even come to the flag off. Our national chairman, Senator Nanado's man, is not there at Onitsha. Distinguished Senator Dalit Wokota is not there. All the interim leadership of the party is not there. And to my greatest surprise, the Chief Judge Moalu picked microphone and said he's greeting the national leadership of Labour Party here present. And I was surprised seeing Clement Ojukwu, the so-called deputy chairman to Abure, and Abure's national chairman. I don't understand. After Supreme Court have given the judgment, gave their judgment. So I found out they don't want progress of the party. And let me be sincere with you. There are some things you see, you know that these people are agents of destruction. Because somebody that really wants to make somebody that wants to win an election will find every possible means to unite the party in any level, both world, local government, and state level. He has rules to reconcile all those things. Then, as I'm talking to you, the national chairman never followed him for any campaign. The national leadership of the Labour Party in Nigeria never came to Anambra State, and followed him in any campaign. So the question is that, who is your national chairman? Who gave you flag? Who is moving the trade in Anambra State? Of course, Abure Group, that was sacked by Supreme Court. After all the advice by several individuals, and he refused to go and see my national chairman. And I'm the state chairman. I have the leaders in the national. I cannot do anything without letting them know. And I cannot go where they are not authorized me to go.
But has he reached out to you personally?
Why?
Come again. Has he reached out to you personally?
Is it Judge Moalu?
Yes.
No. Instead, I received threats from them. I have so many threats that they will kill me, that they will bomb my house, from one of his agents called Mr. Jack.
It's better that you're mentioning everybody's name on national TV, just for the record. It's better that you're actually mentioning all of that. Please go ahead.
So, we have some weeks, about 3 weeks to the election. And I've not seen Labour Party having candidates in that election.
Okay, so quickly, comrade, let me ask you this sensitive one here. I understand that Mr. Peter Obi, as of today, is still a member of the Labour Party. What has he said so far as regards to this whole situation? Has he commented? And aside from him, what are the reactions from other party stakeholders? Of course, I know that we have stakeholders both from the Abure side and the main people, which is your side, who are the main party people. Okay, so but what has Mr. Peter Obi said so far? Has he been quiet? What has he said? Okay, when this whole situation started initially, what were his comments? And did he even try to perhaps broke peace or see how to help out as regards to all of this situation? And also, what are the steps that Senator Nadi has been putting as regards to seeing how to sort this whole situation?
My brother, the truth is that the last time we have a meeting in Transcorp in Abuja, where His Excellency, our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, told us His Excellency Oti was there, Alex Oti was there, when the CTC of the Supreme Court judgment came out. His Excellency Peter Obi said that all of us will march to INEC to submit the CTC, and we did that. And since that very day, His Excellency made us understand that Senator Nanado's man and Dalite Wokota is the national chairman and national secretary of the party. So coming to the Anambra state, fine and good, Obi, His Excellency Peter Obi came the very day he flagged off. But that's not the issue. His Excellency Peter Obi can enter anywhere. You understand me now? His Excellency Peter Obi, our principal, the man I respect so much, he can go anywhere. But if Peter Obi made a mistake, I personally will correct him.
Wait, sorry, you said Peter Obi came. Hold on, you said Peter Obi came the day he flagged off? The day this particular Abure person flagged off?
Peter Obi was there. But Senator Victor made a statement to the public that he is not supposed to be there. He came there because of His Excellency Peter Obi. You understand me? That he knows that, he followed the matter to that very day they are flagging off, that he's not supposed to be there.
This is quite controversial because Mr. Peter Obi is aware as regards to the court's ruling and, of course, the court sacking Abure. And upon that particular pronouncement and that judgment, okay, he knows that Abure is not relevant anymore, okay, or does not hold that position in the party. So Abure going after that particular day to conduct the primaries and having a candidate illegally, yet Peter Obi attended that particular flag off, knowing fully well that Senator Nadi was not aware or was not part of it. Is this not creating more chaos as regards to the party?
Thank you very much, my brother. In that case, that's what I said. Nobody is above mistake. His Excellency Peter Obi can make mistakes. And it's the duty of us that is following him to correct him. And that's why we went to court. Obi is a human being. Obi is not God. He's a human being like us. He can make mistakes. And when he makes mistakes, we as the followers, we tell him, my principal, you are making a very big mistake. Oh. At times, I do mercy for him because he doesn't rest. He doesn't even eat. So for him to make that mistake, that's why we said no. We can't follow our principal and make that mistake. We went to court to correct that issue. I know that Peter Obi is the person that obeys the rule of law. So for him to make that mistake, we went to court to correct that mistake. You understand me?
Yeah.
He did not supposed to wait to that flag off without Senator Nanado's man as national chairman of the party. But he made that mistake. And I believe the reason why he did that is that what Obi is doing is Obi is making everything possible because of the 2027 election. But you cannot build something on nothing. Even if you want to contest election, it doesn't make you to make mistakes. And that is why we, under him, is correcting him by going to court to correct that irregularities.
Okay, I don't know if I don't know if my PCR team, I would like them to show up some of this particular documentation as regards to what Abure has actually done. Okay, I was told Abure forged certificates, forged signatures of some party members, okay, and we know that Mr. Peter Obi was aware as regards to all of this particular situation. Of course, there you go, and he did all of these things. We didn't expect him to appear there. Now it is really giving even the interim chairperson more problem, okay, of stand as regards to the power she wield, okay? Because if you say I'm not the new interim national chairman, yet you are still going to attend a particular flag off of an illegal gubernatorial candidate. What does that mean? And just like what Comrade, the chairman of Labour Party, the state chairman Labour Party Anambra State has said, he said he knows that Peter Obi is more concerned about the 2027 election, but that doesn't mean he should make mistakes. But if I would ask you, is there a way that all of this situation can be resolved? Hello, Comrade.
Come again with your question.
Is there a way that all of this particular situation can be resolved just to restore unity amongst Labour Party members? Because you agree with me that for now, Labour Party does not even, it's looking like Labour Party does not have its feet, on ground. And usually, just like the word I use for the PDP, a house that is divided against itself cannot stand, okay? Labour Party is just facing different crises from here and there, from the national level to state level. What is going to happen to Labour Party? Is there a way that all of this particular situation can be fixed within the party?
Yes, my brother, it can be resolved very, 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 very well, smoothly. I believe that in any organization, we have hierarchy. Once the needful is done, I believe all this issue will be resolved. And I will not be here in Anambra State, and you will not recognize or respect my national chairman or my national leadership. You don't expect me to work with you. But for the fact he went there to resolve with my national chairman and national executive of the party, we don't have any issue. We don't have any issue. Let us follow the process.
So all you are saying
there are some things we will do to rectify, solve all the issues once and for all.
So all you are saying, yes, I am. So all you are saying is you want the gubernatorial candidate of Labour Party being appointed by Abure to go and see Senator Nadi, who is the national chairman. When once that is settled, then you can also settle with him. Is that what you're saying? I
gave you an example of what George Wosu did.
Okay.
After the Supreme Court judgment, he withdrew from that Abure's primaries and joined Senator Nanado's man 6 primaries. Are you getting me now?
Yeah.
And since then, I never had anything, and I do not believe that George Mohalu have met with Senator Nanadi and resolved the crisis in the primaries that produced him as the candidate. Are you hearing me now? You never recognized Nanadi as the national chairman of the party. Because if you have recognized Senator Nanadi Osman and Daliti Wokoto as the national chairman and secretary of the party, they would have been in Anambra State during this campaigning.
Okay, so quickly,
that's the good truth.
So quickly, before we talk about the campaign and in running off, I would like us to, of course, because we said Untold a story as regards to Abure. Okay, so a lot of speculations, a lot of some I would call allegations, and some are not allegations anymore because you are actually presenting receipts, okay, as regards to documentation to buttress your point. But can you give us at least few names of those that you are quite sure and you have the backings that Abure actually forged maybe their signatures or took money from them, or all of this particular illegal what have you movement that he did back then when he was still the national chairman? Can you give specifications and talk with facts? Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, my brother. I'll give you one evidence. I'll give you the person I'm very, very sure, and I have every document from their case in the Federal High Court to the Supreme Court. In Abure State, Spendo Ezoko is the duly elected gubernatorial candidate of Labour Party. But Abure went ahead and forged his signature and removed his name in the INEC portal, collected money, millions of naira, and replaced Edward Nkwago Koreke. And Spendo went to court and won Abure from Federal High Court, Appeal Court, and Supreme Court. And the police indicted Abure for forgery, perjury, and criminal conspiracy. I have every document to back what I'm telling you. He is there. So it's not a hidden something. The whole world is aware of this. I'm telling you. Spendo Oka is in a neighboring state. This is not the first time you see such a thing. I heard about others, one in Lagos, but I'm telling you the one I'm sure, and I have the documents with me. So I have committed so many crimes. Even Olucho Okpara, the immediate past treasurer, said so many things about what he did with Labour Party money. But Spendo Oka is the case I'm very, very sure about, and I can prove it with the documents. The documents is intact with me. Thank you very much.
Okay, so, comrade, let's look at the broader implications. How might this crisis impact the Labour Party's electoral prospects? Because it is looking like the Labour Party that they were meant to trust, that the people were meant to trust. Look at the position at which they are in now, okay, having internal issues, not even trusting. I don't know if people can even trust the new interim chairman, not because she's the person that lacks her integrity, not because she's a fraudulent person, no, but because her predecessor that was sacked by the court has actually done so much, okay? So now, the faith and the hope, the belief, the trust people had, in Labour Party is shaking. How might this particular crisis impact, Labour Party, as regards to electoral prospects?
Come again.
How might this particular crisis that has been happening, in Labour Party with the former national chairman, taking from here, taking from there, can people still even trust the Labour Party again? And how might this particular crisis that is going on affect, the party as regards to electoral prospects? Hello, comrade, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Network is frustrating. But I'm here.
So sorry. I just want you to, let us know how this whole crisis, can actually impact Labour Party's electoral prospect. Because I don't even know if people still trust the party anymore. But you would be able to tell us more how people have been reacting, to the party and how people are seeing the party now. So maybe you just let us know, shed more light on it, and what is really going on as regards to the way people are seeing a Labour Party in Anambra State.
We are doing Anambra State now is mobilizing Labour Party, new members into the Labour Party. We are intact. The Labour Party is intact in Anambra State, despite the crisis in respect of the gubernatorial candidate. We are building up a new Labour Party come 2027. We are removing all the irregularities. What Abure people did in Labour Party. We can now, if you come into Anambra State and enter into our meeting, you will see a new face of Labour Party, where you will see professors, NLC political commissions are there. The people that matters in Anambra State are there. It's quite unfortunate that all these issues is now lingering in Anambra. But assuming that we don't have issue of this gubernatorial candidate, I'm giving you 95% assurance that Labour Party would have produced the next governor of Anambra State.
Wow.
Mark my word and cut my lips. I'm telling you.
I love such projection. So
yes, of course. This is the one base of His Excellency Peter Obi.
So in closing,
it's one base of His Excellency Peter Obi. But because of all these crises, I'm just laughing.
Okay, so in closing, you said that the gubernatorial candidate that you guys are not in support of have been parading, they've been doing campaign here and there. But of course, just like your words, that means you are not supporting him, and you don't know anything that has to do with him until he does the needful, which we doubt if he will at the end of the day. But we heard that the case is still in court, and the hearing is on Wednesday, I believe, right? The hearing is on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay, so all I would just want you to do in just 1 minute, can you send a message to the Labour Party members in the national level and everywhere in Nigeria just to have faith in your particular party?
I want to use this opportunity to greet my leaders, the national leaders of Labour Party in Nigeria, and the Labour Party members in diaspora and in Nigeria. I'm assuring people in Anambra State, Labour Party is intact, despite the little issues, the little crisis, which we don't want to Abure irregularities to continue again.
Okay.
Senator Nanedo's man is doing a wonderful job.
Okay.
To set a legacy that others will follow.
All right.
And that is why we are now following that such a thing will not happen again. Bear in mind that the Labour Party is the workers' party. It is not like APC and the PDP. This is a party that has policy.
Thank you so much, comrade, for joining the program. Thank you so much for being part of today's show. It was indeed an insightful one, and you know. We love the fact that you actually spelled things out the way they were and they are presently. Okay, and I wish you all the best as regards to the court case on Wednesday. And should in case anything comes up, do let me know about it. And a quick one, the views and opinion expressed by our analysts are solely their own and do not reflect those of VOP Media. Please don't forget that we're all entitled to our opinions. All right, this is how far I can actually go on the program this wonderful evening. Don't give up because it is not over. Tough time doesn't last, but tough will do last. Whatsoever you're facing will soon be over, and you will definitely smile again. My name remains Savior Udo. Have a good evening rest.